knew damn well we was going live.
Y'all did, because y'all sent these questions. Why was y'all sending these
topic?
This is the same as if y'all was watching YouTube on a Thursday night. But y'all actually get the raw footage this time. We liable to say anything.
No cuts.
No edits.
You're on the first date, and when it's time to pay, he discovers that he left his wallet at home. He looks over at you and says, "Next one on me, but you got us this time, right?" It won't be no next time. That's a deal breaker. Cause I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. You couldn't have been that excited to see me that you left out your house with no wallet. Maybe it could be a no biggie though. Because if he genuinely left his wallet at home, right then and there, he could send me the money after payment. So it could be a no biggie.
I'm gonna say no biggie because on the instance of, like you said, if he left the card at home, he might still got the whole Apple Pay thing, this, that, and the third.
There's so many ways.
Which I feel like it's extremely childish. I don't know why people do it, but some men like to test women. So I feel like you're testing me. So I'm gonna say I got it. Like you testing me, okay.
But at what point do it get real? Like you really ain't got Zelle, Cash App, or Apple Pay.
Now, at that point,
when he let you put your card in the thing,
yeah, like if we about to leave, because I feel like even if it was attached, you wouldn't know until it was over with.
Oh, babe, no.
So,
I'm not going to the whole thing.
Like I seen this girl actually say that before, like on TikTok. Like she was saying like she had went out with a guy and he was like testing her, and then she ended up, like paying for the bill, being chill with it, and then got in the car and he like gave her like the money times 10, like, and they've been together ever since. He been doing for her ever since. Like it just was I guess a test. Like, so I don't know. That could go either way.
That is not a test. What then?
Give me my money.
At what point do it get real for you?
When I see you not being like, all right, or if you keep saying like, no, I really got you, like I'm gonna give it to you, like, or next time, don't even worry about it now. If I see a little bit of hesitation in your actions, like you just look thrown off, like, no, like you really don't got it, because you could tell, like, based on how somebody act, and they gonna start getting nervous if they really ain't got it.
So we gonna start on the first topic.
The first one was, should body count matter?
I feel like that's something between you, yourself, and you. Matter to who?
Yeah, like I feel the same way. Like I don't feel like that's a
big
grown age. Yeah.
I'm not, I mean, how many bodies you got? That might be a deal breaker if somebody asks you something like that. How old are you?
And I feel like even with women anyways, we're never gonna, because we just don't care. Like you might get some clown guys in my ex, but even if it's some guys on here, like, do body count matter to y'all?
That's clown shit. Because wherever it matter or wherever I ain't lose count, but wherever it matter or wherever it don't matter, how you know if I'm gonna tell the truth?
Right.
Why would I even be honest with you about? First of all, like I said, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Asking me that, it's childish. Right. I haven't lost count, but it's just I mean, I don't really care to talk about it.
Why does it matter though?
Because you done had over 100 and you can't name one, so. And then it's like, even with that too, like depending on where.
Shit today.
Huh?
She talking about after 15, I forgot their name.
But that, I was getting ready to comment on her and say, depending on when you started, like,
No, that shit is funny. No, but after some point, some people become irrelevant. Honestly.
No,
so I feel you when you say, yeah. Especially if they pop up on your page or something they having a baby. Remember him? He got a baby now. What that little dig?
Well, he getting married. With that
little dig. Oh, she must really love him.
Really love him. There was a comment that said it's kind of a form of insecurity. Definitely a form of insecurity. Because why? Why you asking?
Why? You don't got nothing better to talk about. You a grown man talking about how many bodies you got.
Right.
Why?
Just for you to answer and say, I mean, I don't really know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, at our big grown ages, that's something, that's the least of the,
It's irrelevant. It
yeah.
don't got nothing to do with me and you. But while we on the topic of body count, somebody also brought up. I mean, they put in an anonymous thing STDs. I don't really know what direction to take that in. I never had an STD.
I was getting ready to say, are y'all asking, have we had STDs? I've never
Put
had
my
one.
hand on the Bible. I never had an STD.
Yeah, I ain't never had that. I ain't never had that. Now, if you want to go the other route, do you have an STD? You feel like you should tell somebody? Definitely. You definitely should. You should tell them immediately.
No, we said that they scared of my chart.
Definitely
Listen,
scared of my
you want to know
chart.
the crazy part though? Almost like every 6 months, or if I know that I'm going to the doctor, I always, whether I'm active or I'm not, I go get tested. I don't care. It might be something in the air. I need to know I'm good.
Right.
So
Because
my
even
mind
with
can
a
rest.
long-term partner, I'm getting tested because, baby, you might step out. And
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, I'm getting tested. If you want to be for real, I'm protecting sex is a no for me. How about y'all? Write in the text. Write in the chat. Come on in. I'm talking about at this point in my life.
Yeah, no.
If you really want some raw shit, that's bad, baby.
Yeah, this not it.
Make me a wife if you really want some raw shit. Other than that, baby,
Yeah, no.
baby.
Sister!
Listen, we was talking about because we was reading things that they sent anonymously. Somebody put in their STDs, so we just talking.
You should be getting tested. You should be requiring that the person that you're dealing with is getting tested.
But have you ever
It's just
told
too much.
somebody that they need to go get tested before it went that far?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Girl, I have too. You one of the crazy people. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, I told somebody they needed to be tested. The test came back cool.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, he had a whole little list of stuff, but girl, when it came to the urine, why I said it was blood in it? Fuck! What the hell? It was blood
What?
in the urine.
What is it? He might have had what is it, kidney stones or something? He was.
Girl, I don't know what he had, but I said, what's this about? He had no none of the other stuff. He got tested for everything too. But I was like, what the hell? Yeah, pull up the app.
Yeah.
And pull up the whole app. I want to see it from how much charge you got on your phone and the time. Because you might be sending me somebody else stuff. I ain't for it.
Yeah. I actually probably a couple years ago, 2 years ago, told this guy.
Girl, Coochie ever stinky? No, that never happened, sis.
Yeah, no, I never
That
experienced that.
never has happened. The homegirl coochie stank. Oh my gosh. But I wouldn't have a problem with telling them if that's my homegirl, I should be able to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, that right there, Zoom call. And I actually told him to go get tested. And he called and was like, it came back negative. He called and told me. So the next day, we was like at my house and I was asleep, but he was like, get ready to leave. And he was like, and just so you don't think I'm lying, he called the hospital. They said, Mr. Such and Such, you called here 6 times in 2 days. We done told you that everything was negative. He said, no, I just want to put it on speaker. He
wanted that box bad. He wanted that box real bad. He had some built up stress.
Yes, definitely. Definitely protect your peace and keep it wrapped up. I have a long-term partner. But even with him, I still no.
He wanted
Go get tested.
real bad. Nowadays, when I'm at my life, I'm not interested in unprotected sex. I feel like if you want that bad, then you need to check off that checklist for me. Otherwise, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Condom.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you beg, cry, how much money you send. Condom. I don't care. Let's get married. Let's get married tomorrow. Like, if you want it that bad, I'm not doing that. But
I would get irritated if I smelled you and you smell like fish. No, for real. Cause you don't like, yeah, like you don't smell that. I know me. Like I'm gonna tell you. Like I already says now, you get a little stench down there.
Yeah,
Like
I've
little
never
carry.
experienced something like that. But y'all, thank y'all for engaging. I'm having a great time with just these little bit of people that's on here. If y'all have any other topics y'all want us to talk about, write in. But we do have some more to go through. Just pick another topic.
It says, ideally, how would you like for your partner to handle accountability? And do you require them to have certain, I guess it's supposed to be to have a certain level of emotional awareness while doing so? I would like for my partner to handle accountability in a sense of like point blank period, just handling it. Knowing what you did wrong and being able to accept the responsibility. All right, I messed up, and be willing to fix it. Not just going on about today and it be whatever, or catching the attitude and we both mad. Like no, like being willing to have the conversation whether I'm upset or not. You owning what's going on, and that being that also goes hand in hand with wanting them to have a certain level of emotional awareness. Basically, you gotta have some emotional awareness, and I'm talking high level because I can be sensitive. But also when I'm talking to, so you're not just saying something like, all right, I'm gonna take accountability, but not really meaning it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna accept it or take accountability to shut you up and go on about it all day. No, I need you to really feel that you did something wrong, so therefore you'll know the next time, like, dang, this really hurt her, I'm not going to do it again. Or this was something that really, put a dent in our relationship. This is something I never want to do again because I never want either of us to experience the emotions that we felt in that moment.
Yeah, I agree. But honestly, when it comes to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can get pretty cold. I'm saying just from like experience and just from like I guess just expecting a lot from a partner emotionally, and they just completely like just give me the cold shoulder. Nowadays, honestly, how I deal with accountability, you can make it right. Send me some money. That don't mean that everything cool though.
Right.
If I see you lack certain traits, I just check out emotionally. I don't even really expect because it's just like at a certain age, you should know how to handle a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of, if we're talking about the relationships, two, one took accountability, one didn't. One, I didn't have to teach accountability or emotional, let him know like he needs to be more emotional or in tune with his emotions. The other one, you gotta tell him, gotta teach him. So
Yeah.
I've been on both ends of the fence.
Yeah, but I feel like honestly, how can you have emotional awareness but not be
But
accountable?
not
That
be,
sounds like
yeah.
that might be a little narcissist to me. I don't know because it's like you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing
It's very
enough.
possible. The emotional part could be you don't like to see your partner hurt. That's the emotional. You don't like the reaction that you're getting from it, but you still not gonna own it. You're not gonna take accountability for what you did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I just don't like this feeling in the moment. Definitely
Manipulation, straight manipulation. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, definitely manipulation.
Okay, moving on. I wanted to go back to one of these comments. Sis, you said I had BV a few times, so I know somebody else got it. Sis, okay. How did where do you think you got the BV from? Because I'm going somewhere with this. Where do you think that you got the BV from when you had it? Because you said a few times. So those few times, what was the circumstances that led up to this BV?
She said, "Girl, add me to the
Come
video. Send a
on
request."
in. Come on in. Both times. All right, I'm gonna wait till you get on here. You adding her?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey girl, sis. I got some tea. But like I said, you said you had it a few times. So under what circumstances did you have
don't pay
it?
no attention to the kids.
Like was it a common denominator when you had the BV?
Yes, okay, there's been times when. So this I'm going to ask y'all. Like, do y'all think BB is an STD?
If it goes untreated for too
Sure.
long, it eventually turns into an STD. But I don't think it starts as an STD.
Because I feel like the
Yeah.
common denominator is it'll be a guy that is cheating. That's like when I had it. You know what I mean? But there was also one time when I knew for a fact the guy wasn't cheating and I had it. And it wasn't no symptoms and stuff. So I'm like, but I was specifically, I do feel like the time more than likely, if I get BV from a guy, I feel like he has multiple sex partners.
Before we go further, the comment says it's linked to your pH essentially. So that's what I was getting ready to say. That's why I say if it goes untreated for too long, it can eventually turn into a STI, not STD. But it is linked to your pH. So it could just be, you know, like you said, him cheating and then the bacteria from him and then your natural bacteria, when all that combines, then it'll create it. But I don't think it doesn't start as a STD or STI or anything like that. But definitely cheating.
It's different circumstances.
Yeah, that's the most common, I'll say.
For me, I had it twice. And look, the common denominator both times I had it was an uncircumcised penis.
That's the answer you was looking for.
No, that wasn't what I was looking for. Cause I know it's different for each person. But every time I had it, I said, okay, both of them had an uncircumcised penis, so you must not be cleaning them that whole wood or something. So
no, I only had that one, and that wouldn't apply to this specific case. But no, I did only have that one.
I feel like to your specific case though, it's definitely a matter of definitely cheating and then
the pH balance.
Yeah, your pH balance being thrown on him. Yeah, it might have been him cheating and then that same night and then coming back and then having intercourse with you. It's so many different scenarios, but definitely, yeah, that was definitely a cheating thing. And even with it being multiple, it's like he got. Yeah.
It was him in the biscuit. Oh yeah. I already knew what it was when, like I said, both of the dudes had uncircumcised penis, and both of them times, on different occasions, different men, I had BV both times. I said, oh, I don't want nothing to do with an uncircumcised penis no more. Y'all don't know how to clean that thing. You said how? I don't know. You just gotta go with the. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had BB before though.
You don't ever want to have it. You don't ever want to have it. That shit have you fucking itching your pussy.
You don't never want to have
it. Trying to itch it all types of crazy ways at work, crossing your legs, doing all this crazy stuff.
And see, I'm one of them people that one little thing that throw me off, I'm going to the doctor. And if I gotta go to the doctor, you gotta go to the doctor. And then make sure that appointment is I'm going with you at yours. Because you ain't gonna ask the right question.
When you got BV and you go to the doctor, as soon as you sit down, the doctor gonna be like, okay, I'm writing your script right now.
Yeah, because you already know if you have it, because usually you have that thick white stuff. Girl, I didn't know what the hell I had. I was scared. I thought I had chlamydia. I said, what the hell is this? What the heck? I was so
scared. It's the smell for me.
Oh my gosh, I was so scared. Yes, it was the smell for me. I said, I must got chlamydia. What the hell?
It smelled.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. I'll be in the house.
I ain't know what it was. And then
like somebody died.
No, for real. It smelled like a dead rat. It was like, for real?
Yeah. Yo, it sounded like somebody died.
Oh my gosh, I said something's not right. And then not only that, you could wipe yourself, get in the shower or whatever, and that white stuff it build right back up. It's crazy. It's just nasty.
You in the shower scrubbing hard as hell.
Get out. It then grew back. All that stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, moving on.
I want to do the religion and relationships one. This one was a good one for me. This one kind of hit home because I'm a religious person. I'm a Christian, and I pride myself on building my relationship with God, or at least maintaining it.
Mm-hmm.
My man, on the other hand, grew up Muslim.
Oh, you grew up
So
Muslim? I didn't
a
know that.
black Muslim. Anyway, grew up Muslim, and he in his mind is like, oh, I talk to, you know, the man upstairs. Well, who the man upstairs? At the moment, it's an unequally yoked relationship. I believe in God, he don't. Now, I'm trying, y'all. I've been praying for this man for 4 years. For 4 years, that he, you know, he come around a little bit, something kind of. Now, at one point, he was reading his Bible and all that. But that's neither here nor there. To sum it up, I feel like when it comes to relationships and religion, you have to be firm in what you believe, where you stand with your walk and things like that. And I feel like if you're dating somebody who is not, it will eventually change. Now, the only reason I feel like mine it hasn't really changed that is because when I met him, I was heavy in church. When we started like really dating, I kind of like, because I was so caught up in him, I kind of like strayed away from my religion and you know, actually being fully into my walk the way that I was before. So now it's like, it's kind of like, oh, I didn't, and he hasn't really said it, but in a sense, it's like he didn't change me, and I didn't change him. Not saying that I'm really working on it, because I kind of leave it to God, but at the same time, it's like, how can you preach to me?
But he's changed you in what way, though? What do you mean by that?
I completely stopped going to church. Like, I stopped going to church. I stopped reading my Bible. Like,
but why?
Because I just was so invested in him. Like, I became so invested in him, like wanting to be with him, wanting to do things he did. And then it was kind of like, well, he don't believe it, so I don't want to, like, you know, beat him over
Them
the head.
Muslim men got away. They be very dominant, like they got away.
He ain't even really no real Muslim. Your father was a Muslim, so when you was a kid, they told you that you was Muslim. So now as an adult, you just, oh, I'm Muslim. You don't read the Quran. You don't go like, you don't do none of that. You don't practice nothing. It's just.
Does he go to the
But the crazy part?
No.
So he can wear kufis.
The crazy part,
though, don't wear that either.
If he was really Muslim, he would know that Jesus is in the Muslim Bible, though. Jesus, they believe in Jesus, so it shouldn't really be that much of a conflict. If he was really deep into his studies, y'all should be able to agree on a lot of different things. It's crazy.
That's another thing, because I feel like we wouldn't be able to agree, because I don't believe that. Like, I don't believe anything Muslim, and the only reason I'm going to say that is because I guess it's different from studying it in college or whatever. When you do the little history classes and things like that, it's different. But it's a lot of conflict with the Quran and the actual Bible. But I've always grown up as Christian, so I know for a fact, like, in my mind, it's nothing that's going to change my mind. Like, nothing's going to make me interested in another religion. Nothing's going to make me want to know more about another religion. Like, so that's that. But I be trying to, like, talk to him and stuff like that. Like, you know, like, all right, like, you know, you see me reading my Bible and stuff like that. But even with that, like, I don't even like to read in the same space as him. Like, I don't like to, like, I have to do everything when he's not home, because I don't like the conflict. Like, I'm not going to argue with you about religion. Like, that's something I'm not doing. Like, we're never going to have the back and forth, oh, I believe this, and we're never going to do that. It's not that he disrespects my religion, because he doesn't. It's just like, you don't show interest, and that kind of pisses me off. So I don't feel like I should be sitting around with an attitude, and just because you're not showing interest. I was trying to read the comment. Personally, I couldn't date seriously outside of religion. I'm not willing to convert, and I need God's presence in our home. Yeah, like, that's kind of, so that's kind of where I am now. This first comment. That's kind of where I am now, because I'm rebuilding my relationship. So I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to get back to where I was when I met him. And I feel like you're either going, when I fully enter into my journey and God starts to really work on me fully, it's either you're going to drop off on your own, God's going to remove you, or you're eventually going to become interested. You know, like, dang, like I see what it's done to her. I see how
That's
it
the way to
changed
put
her.
it.
So I want to learn more. I want to,
You said drop off on your
be
own.
involved.
So basically,
Yeah.
you might more than likely meet your man in the church, because it sounds like something that is a deal breaker for you from what you're saying.
I wouldn't say that because
No, but from what you're saying you've been praying for 4 years. It sounds like that's a deal breaker for you. I'm saying it being in a long term serious relationship.
yeah.
When it comes to choosing like the father of your kids, you're saying that's a non-negotiable.
Now, yeah, because I feel like before I got back to where I am now, I was trying to compromise, and it's not working. You can never compromise. You can never combine the two. It's always going to be friction. So if he's not fully invested or in God, it's always going to be friction with us. And I refuse to live in this bubble of like, oh, I can speak about God, I can talk about God whenever I'm not with you.
Lukewarm.
Like,
Lukewarm Christian.
yeah,
Lukewarm.
very lukewarm, or I can't even bring it up, or I feel ashamed, or I don't want to really talk about it around you. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So
That's deep.
I will play my God. I will watch my gospel
I got a
shows.
question, sis.
Sure.
Do you feel like God is holding back some of your purpose, or some of your he's not unlocking everything because you might have this person around you that's holding, because it sounds like the guy's actually holding you back, and
Definitely. Definitely.
Mm.
That's something that I'm dealing with right now. And my prayer is always that God removes him, because I feel like because I love this person now, in my mind I want them to experience the God that I know. So that's kind of like why I'm like holding on. Like, so right now my focus is the rapture, going to heaven. I don't want to experience that. And I don't want people that I love to experience that. Like, so I'm trying to be this person where, like, look, like, this is real. This is what's going to happen. Like, I'm trying to help you because I don't want to see you I don't want to have to watch you experience this. And then
Sis,
what?
I don't mean to let, but you sound like one of them people that are knocking on your door. What you say? I'm trying to help you.
No,
I'm trying to
for
help
real.
you.
I just feel, well, in my mind,
I'm
it's kind of like helping
trying
you
to
do what
lead
I
you.
believe. So I don't know.
How does he receive that from you, though?
He be listening, but then it'd be like, you listen, but you don't apply. Like, you is it really listening? No, you hear what I'm saying. I'm gonna say that you hear what I'm saying. Yes, definitely a W hitting behind each L. You hear what I'm saying, but you're not really like listening, because it's like, because you don't believe it. Like, exactly, listening to respond.
I'm picking up what you put
Yeah.
down, but that's got to be stressful emotionally and spiritually, like to walk on eggshells with somebody that you love spiritually. Like, it's one thing to do it about, like, regular relationship stuff, but to do it on a spiritual level, you like, dang, we ain't never gonna get nowhere on that level, and that's got to be like a tough pill to swallow.
It was, but then I've learned, like, I've come to the terms where it's like, you even going, this is me, like, and this is what I believe. If it's not what you want to believe, you'll leave eventually. But while you at my house, I play gospel. You gonna hear it on
In my
Sunday.
house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah, very much so. On Sundays, Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell is playing bright and early at 10 a.m. If you're still asleep, you're gonna hear him talk about the end times and the rapture, because that's where we at right now in the sermon. You're gonna hear that. I'm not changing nothing for you. Like, it's either God gonna change your heart, or you going.
My concern is, if you're going through a trial or tribulation and
Absolutely. We can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
We can hear you now.
Oh, my bad. Say for instance you're going through a trial or tribulation and you know the man is supposed to lead you. Who's going to pray over you if they're not even in their prayer life or you know what I mean? Like that comes in handy when you're going through regular day-to-day. Even getting in your car and going out the door.
Right.
You need somebody that's praying for you to make it back safely.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I don't feel like I have that.
I don't know.
Because I'm always the one, like, praying for you. Like, before you leave the house, I'm praying for you. Whenever you outside, I'm praying for you. Like, that's always the case. But I don't have that to fall back on, like you said. Like, the man is supposed to lead. And if who's going to cover you? So, yeah. I mean, well, sis, I want to hear your perspective on it because how do you feel when it comes to like religion and relationships? Do you believe in a religion or what's the aspect on that for you?
Well, I'm not very religious. In comparison to you, you said you didn't grew up in the church since you was a baby.
Yeah.
You got your church people who you didn't grew up with since you. I'm talking about like y'all done came into adulthood together.
Yeah.
We never went to church in my house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not very religious. I mean, we would say that we're Christians, but I honestly, I never really knew what it really means to be a Christian because I was never around nobody who was like in the church or in the Bible. That was just something that I went with because that's what we Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So religion is not really, I'm not really big on religion, honestly. I do believe it's a higher power. Like I'm saying something like that, I don't feel how you would feel because you really grew up in the church. So, I don't really, that
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's
the
how I
deal
am.
breaker for me, honestly.
Do you feel like you could date a religious man?
I probably could if he making sense when he talking to me though. But
They
I'm
be
not
the
just gonna go.
greats.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna.
Oh my gosh, sis! Remember the pastor that I was dating?
And see, that's the thing, and I'm glad you said that too because that's the thing about me. I'm trying to figure out the word, but when it comes to church people, not all church people, but I got this thing where I
A
think that most
stigma.
people who are in the church are hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that they go to the church because they're some of the biggest sinners.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's like pedophiles in the church. I feel like for most people, church is a facade. That's how I feel.
It's a stigma. It's a
Yes,
stigma that you have. But really,
that's the word I was looking for.
but
Yup.
to be honest, what you're saying is completely true. We are all sinners, but the church is a hospital for the morally sick. So people in there know they got a problem. And that's why they're in there. Try to get better. Now, my thing is people that have been there for 40 years or even 20 years, like me and you, we grew up in the church. At 30 years old, we should be if it's working right, we should be on the up and up. We shouldn't really have that many problems to work through. So when you see these 50-year-olds, and that's what's discouraging to everybody else, because you can see somebody that's 50, 60, they've been in church all their life, and you'd be like, hold on, you just the devil himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it looks like it's not working. And I think they leave a bad impression on, people like Destiny, where though you Christian, but you looking at the other Christians like, I don't think I fit in with y'all though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's another aspect of where I am too. Like I know the type of relationship I want with God, and I know where I want to be, and I know the things that I gotta cut out, and I know the things that that don't align with where I see myself in my Christian walk. So it's just like a matter of me changing. Because once I change, then the people around me, my desire is that the people around me see my heart. You see the posture of my heart and where I am and what my walk looks like, and it eventually becomes an invitation. Like, well, I want to see what that's about. Well, I want to experience that for myself, not necessarily beating somebody over here just because someone goes to church doesn't mean they're saved or even a Christian. Yeah, that's basically where we was getting at earlier, which is where her statement came from.
I know a lot of people who in that church every Sunday and even 4 days a week who are hypocrites, who taking advantage of the disabled, taking their money, who what do the Bible say? Who's gay? I mean, I'm talking about. I know a lot of people who are like they sin. Okay,
And it's a sense of having a form
I'm
of
talking about
godliness,
that
but not
lifestyle is
really.
sin.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And my mind feel the same way too. When it come to Christians, we be like, yeah, right. Okay. Cause we know a lot. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, if I met like a Muslim guy and like I wouldn't completely rule out like somebody convincing me to like convert or something like that. Cause like I said, I grew up saying that I was a Christian, but that's because that's just what I heard. Everybody, my family said we're Christians. Okay, I'm Christian. If somebody asked me. But I never really knew what it really meant to be a Christian, like I said, especially seeing the Christians that were around me. But if I met somebody and the stuff they said to me made sense and they could convince me somehow to like convert, I would. I would even go as far as, like I said, if I met somebody Muslim and they made me understand and I just agreed with the belief, I would even go as far as fully wrapping up and only showing my eyes. I mean, if that's what it means to, I guess, fully, like you saying about the guy that you're dating, if that's what it means to like fully be with you and I agree with the stuff that you're saying, I wouldn't have a problem with doing that. That wouldn't be a big fight that I would put up, especially if this person is a great person. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and that
I
that's
wouldn't
that
let
goes
somebody good go because they just trying to get me to listen to them about
right.
their belief. I would just try to understand it. But you know,
That's. Dang, I forgot what I was going to say. It was while you was talking. But yeah, so that's what with that. That's what I was getting ready to say. That's why when it comes to this person saying like I'm a Muslim and they said you're not a Muslim. You don't even practice the religion that you so called speak about. Like, so no, I'm not gonna listen to you about what you're talking about because you don't practice, you don't know anything Muslim. All you know is that your father was Muslim, and when you were growing up, they said that you were Muslim because that's what your father was. You've never been to the mosque, you've never prayed, like you've never read the Quran, studied the Quran, you've never fully practiced your religion. On the other end, I practice my religion. I read my Bible. Like I go to church. Like I try to live in a righteous state so I can talk to you about God. I've experienced it. I know blessings and situations that he has put me in to develop me as a person. Like I can tell you that. I can talk to you about that. But there's no way you can talk to me about something that you haven't
yeah.
practiced. So therefore we're never gonna connect. You're always gonna be like and that's another thing too. That's always going to be a block because
Yeah, it
I
was.
know and I'm firm in my religion and I'm not easily persuaded. You're always going to feel like I kind of got the upper hand on you when it comes to religion. So it's like, oh, you just forcing it on me. I'm not forcing anything. I'm able to talk about it because I know it. I've experienced it. You can't talk to me about being Muslim because you've never really experienced being Muslim. All you know is that you don't eat pork. And your father said that you was Muslim, but you eat Doritos. I got
And Ramadan. I ain't doing it.
you don't even celebrate Ramadan.
Oh, he ain't Muslim.
Because
You're not. That's what I'm
He
you
saying.
with the
You're
real
not
kind.
was
Muslim.
you was trying to get something doing Ramadan. You know
You're
you
not
wrong.
Muslim. You're not Muslim.
Nah, he not Muslim.
Mm-mm.
Talking to this
He
white
not
guy.
Muslim.
Look,
He just like me.
white
He
guy.
just like me. I say I'm Christian, but
I told
And
what
all
you
you say is, I know that it's a God, and I
say?
mean, God know my heart. He hear me. I talk to him. Which God?
What's the? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so being with you. Okay, so a man being with you, and you're a very religious woman. What does that look like, though? Does that look like church every Sunday? Like, what does that look like in your home? Because obviously, if you are a devoted Christian, when you have kids, you're also going to pass that stuff on to them. So, what would that look like for your family? in your
what
household?
I would like for it to look like, because I'm not fully where I should be, so I can't say what it looks like. Like I'm still trying
But
to
what do
get
you see it
there
looking
to it,
like
but
for
I
you?
see it
Mm-hmm.
as not necessarily. I mean, going to church every day, the physical, but in my aspect of it, it's really the emotional. Like we're able to really sit and commune with God together. You're able to cover me. Like I shouldn't have to worry about going to a friend or going to my pastor or a family member who's a Christian to have, somebody pray over me, or somebody, like, just in general, like being able to be in a godly space with me. Like I shouldn't have to step outside of you for that. Like I should find that in you.
I can testify to that. I could in my house, me and my husband, we have grown up in the church our whole lives. However, I didn't got cheated on. We didn't fist fought. I mean, it's just a regular relationship. But at times, that's what I was saying, like, in the heat of the moment, when we both not living in the flesh, or say for instance, say for instance, I'm nervous. I'm pregnant, or I'm trying to get pregnant with a baby, or I'm nervous about giving birth, or something like that. And at that point, and then he will come in and pray over the situation. Or say even right now he's in jail, I'll pray over the phone with him. But again, he cheated, I cheated, we didn't fool each other. Like we do regular things, but we're asking God to deliver us from that, because at a certain point we realize, hey, I might not be in control of this. Like God will have to deliver me for this, because if he feel that lustful when he be looking at other women, it ain't nothing I can do. Like, you need to take that to God. And if I'm somebody that you really want to be, because every time he mess up with me, God will punish him. So he like, well, dang, hold on, this girl is really connected. You see what I'm saying? So in my household, when it becomes a spiritual thing, I think it's very beautiful. Why y'all doing this while I'm on the phone? I don't understand it. Give him back the remote. You are not in charge of nobody. My bad, y'all. I just feel like, in a situation, I really value the fact that he has a prayer life and he know the word. And even if we don't wind up together, because that's always a possibility. Even if we do not wind up together, we became friends. And the fact that we can connect on that level, you're just not going to get that off there. And I always brag about that, because there's just not a lot of young men nowadays that just have a connection with God, period. And they know the word. And they know how to pray. Like, you just don't. So that's just going to be my friend forever in my eyes.
Yeah, I feel like, and even in your sense, it sounds like it's just y'all both have a relationship, but we're all human, so we do sin. It's just a matter of turning away from whatever that sin is. Like you said, you cheated, he cheated, and then realizing that, look, we're never going to do this again. Like, we're fully committed and being delivered from cheating. Like, yeah, I feel like I would. That's what it would look like
Maybe,
in my
because
house.
he locked up. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's horrible.
But being
Shoot. But
being
when that happened,
fully
then yeah.
fully delivered from the woman. Destiny, you had made a comment and said like, what, I'm gonna meet my man at church, and I don't feel like that. I might not meet him at church, like, cause the one I thought I met at church wasn't it. Wasn't it. Wasn't it. Absolutely not.
But since he was talking that talk, though, wasn't he? They all do that. That's what I'm saying. Them Christians know how to talk. Them Christians,
Remember my first baby
Christians
mama?
got the gift of gab. I'm gonna tell you that.
Until I found out that every church service you was preaching at, you was picking out a baby mother.
Mine was the drummer.
So now you got 10
Mine
kids. Oh, mine was a prophet.
No, not the prophet.
And you got 10 kids, 9 different baby mothers. How?
And what do the Bible say about being married and having kids and all that stuff? What do the Bible say?
I don't know. I don't know what it says about that.
Look. Don't ask me to quote no scriptures.
I don't know what it say about baby mama.
9 baby mothers and 10 kids. That's crazy to me.
So no, I might not meet him at church. I need you to. I don't need you to have a form of godliness. I need you to be godly.
Yes.
That's what I need.
I met him on Facebook. The one I went there. I see my cousin. My cousin was trying to put me in. And so our first date was at the hotel.
Well, at the hotel bar? At the hotel bar?
No, at the room.
Okay.
We ain't do it that night.
Okay,
But
you had some built up stress from your.
Yeah, girl, because from the last baby father, you remember that one? Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy because mine was at the hotel too, but he was out of town. He lived out of town, and he had family in town.
Y'all fucking Christians, y'all something.
And then look, it went from the hotel to Loafers. Remember Loafers or was it Tuesdays? Loafers Tuesdays? Yeah. So that became our thing. I miss Loafers. I know they brought it back, but it just will never be the same.
So
And I was
at the hotel.
mad. Look, I was mad when I had gotten into a relationship because I'm like, dang, I ain't never gonna argue with a nigga outside Loafers no more. Like, we really locked in.
Not Trey never gonna argue with somebody in Loafers.
That's crazy. We met at our first date was at the hotel, and then he stayed here for like a week, and then that next week I was getting flew out to go down there.
Did you go?
I did. You don't remember?
Girl, that was so. I don't remember.
That was long ago. That was the OG close friend.
Yeah, but I do remember what I remember though. He was a trip.
A trip or a trick?
He was both.
He was trying to make her baby mother number 10.
No.
Find somebody else.
The money you was getting from the sermons, after you got paid after church, I got paid after church.
Hold on, but sis, let me ask you a question. When he flew you out there, did you know he had 9 baby mothers?
Oh my God, no, I didn't. I did not know until I came back. Until I came back and went on his. I came back and I was like, let me just go through his Facebook. Like, went through his Facebook. 9. So no. He had 5 kids after the Facebook. So by this time, I'm like, oh no, I ain't gonna deal with him. But he live in Florida. I live here. As long as he's sending the money, I can keep what you on the phone. That happened. Then I found out he was about to have another baby, and his baby mother was at his anniversary because he had flew me out to go to his preaching anniversary service. She was at the anniversary service. I was at the anniversary service. She had just had the baby. So now you got a newborn. After that, when I get back home, I find out it's 2 more girls who are pregnant. All in the area of Tallahassee, Florida. What's that other one? Kissing Me, Florida. They was all in the Florida area.
Sure.
And he met all of them preaching at different churches.
Being a prophet.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Till this day, this man will send me a live.
It must have been.
Send me a live talking about join the live. God got a word. God ain't got no word for me from out of your mouth. Sorry.
Listen.
So sorry.
Let's go back into some of the questions. Somebody said, have y'all ever met Muslims who are evil and sinful? Yes, I have.
Wait, what happened?
Have y'all ever met Muslims who are evil or sinful? I have. I met Muslims, the ones like you describing. Ain't really Muslims.
Yeah. I know a few Muslims who are really dedicated to their religion. They practice. They don't, Ramadan. You don't see them, hear them, nothing. Like they are fully committed to their religion. But dating, no.
Yeah, I know what it's like to be a real Muslim though. My father, he was a Muslim. Well, he is a Muslim. So I know what real Muslims do. And if you ain't praying multiple times throughout the day,
I'm taking
you ain't Muslim.
We moving the camera to the kitchen because it's 9.
Okay.
And I'm making dinner.
And somebody else asked, So would you identify as I guess yeah, because I do believe in a higher power. So you can say that. Uh yeah. Okay, let's go to the next topic.
Pick one of them.
Um, a petty reason why you wouldn't date somebody. I feel like what was we talking about? What it was one day when we was talking about
If you
something
wouldn't
else.
if you're selfish, you wouldn't let me get none of your food.
That's one thing right there.
Why you
But
being
what?
stingy?
But what was we talking? Oh yeah, that one. Remember that one day we was talking about? You were saying if somebody, if they wore black tee, and I said if they wore
Oh,
them boxes that's big and bulky, that
the
they
flag
old
ones,
boxes that they
the
wore back in the
flag
day.
boxes.
That's dirty and your butt stink. Cause why are you wearing
Yeah,
them boxes as a grown man? Since you know what I'm talking about, them boxes that look
Yeah,
like
I
swim
know.
trunks.
My
They look
my my
they look like
cousin-in-law be
fucking
wearing
swim
them.
trunks.
You gotta be in your late 30s. You gotta be in your late 30s, 40s. That's those are the niggas that wear them too.
No,
Like,
you know, you shouldn't be wearing them at all. Them boxes should be extinct.
yeah,
Seriously.
they should be.
yeah.
No, they sell them
It's
at
a no for
Walmart.
me.
How are you even wearing them under your clothes? They
Boxes,
boggy.
and black tank top, black and gray tank tops with the thick shoulder strap. No,
I
that's a no
mean,
for me.
when it comes to a tank top, I don't feel the type way you can wear with but them
The
boxes do it.
black ones.
Not
It don't. It's
the
a
one
tank
with the
top.
thick straps, but yeah,
No,
yeah. My baby father,
no.
he got a lot of black and gray ones because when you work hard, when you got a nigga that work hard, them wipers don't be getting wiped like that no more. They don't got better
I will
wipes. And
buy
I'm
you
I'm
some
not like
more. I'll
no,
buy you some
I'm
more.
not, and I know I want
I'll
some
buy you
more.
some more. Cause
I'm
no,
not bleach them.
Oh
it's a no for me.
my god, that is
I don't like them.
funny. Oh my gosh, the petty reason why
It's
you.
a no for me if the butt crack be showing when you get out of the car.
Or you just sitting down and it's just like put your clothes up.
You know my baby father a little on the bigger side, y'all. So
I got a few petty reasons that I wouldn't date somebody though. Um,
if you always like, I don't like niggas that always be into social media. Like they take more pictures and record everything.
yeah, that's
I
something for
really
me.
don't like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
can't do
when you too into yourself, nah, something
that.
ain't right.
No.
Um,
Everywhere we go, you record in and all that. Like what?
right, you got the front camera on with your face in it. What are you doing?
Like we in the world, but we not of the world. No,
Or
Yeah,
you or you don't like I feel like for me is if every time I see you your face is like crusty, like why you not putting lotion on? You just get out the shower and put on clothes. Like why you not lotioning? Like why you not
yeah, you don't take care
wait
of
a
like
yourself.
minute. I don't know nobody that's crusty. Hold on. Where they crusty at?
their face be ashy? Ashy. It was a guy that tried to talk to me, and he cool, but you'll never get past cool because you don't even put lotion on your face. Like you don't put lotion
So
on.
you saying it look like he just roll out of bed
It's
and keep going?
yeah, like it's like ashy. You know how y'all know what I'm talking about. Like if somebody just
Yeah,
like
we
your
know
face
we
just
just
look
can't believe it.
ashy.
We know we just can't believe it.
Like you ain't washed your face or nothing. It's just ashy. Like you took a shower but you missed the face. It's ashy. Like if you wear black old Air Force Ones,
Yeah,
they
no.
they sell them at the flea market.
Mm-mm.
Your mother said if you keep a dirty car.
What?
If you keep it dirty,
My car is terrible. I might be.
she writing in here. I
Yeah.
can't see the comments.
I can't
Oh
stand
shit.
it either.
They went away. Y'all. I don't know. I ain't do nothing.
Yeah, I can't see him, but all right. Somebody asked us what's the problem with the youth. I don't know. Who want to take that?
The music.
The fuck
The
problem with
music.
the youth?
I think it's the music. The music has people
Oh,
wanting
that's a
to be
good one. That's a good
strippers.
answer, sis.
It
Definitely.
got people wanting to be strippers. It got people wanting to sell drugs. It got people glamorizing the wrong thing. I think it's the music. I really do. And listen, if you listen to a turn up song, while you're driving, you might speed, hit your car, you might get into a road rage, you might get ready to shoot somebody listening to a song. Like, you be ready to fight, just listening to a song.
Yeah.
You might listen to a song, be ready to cheat on your girl. You might listen to a song and you get into a sexual mood. Like, songs and music provoke so many different actions and control your actions. It's really scary when you think about it.
I feel like that's why that movie Sinners was so good. Because it portrayed that exact aspect in that same form. As parents, not parents, their kids. I feel like that too. And these kids are entitled. Like, I don't feel like, well, me growing up, I didn't feel entitled to nothing. Granted, I knew that my mother was going to give me, because she always did. Yeah, she made sure we had whatever we wanted, or tried to give us whatever we wanted, but I never had a sense of, like, entitlement. These kids today is entitled. Like, too entitled. They don't want to work for nothing. Like, they feel like, oh, I get it, or my parents gonna get it, or I grew remember back, like, when we was younger, it was like, oh, you got that off of, what they used to say, like, parents' money. Your parents got money, so that's how, and we used to kind of feel bad. Like, I know I did, like, oh, you only got a car, or you only got that because your parents got money, like, but nowadays,
Make us feel bad for that.
yeah,
I still don't
like, nowadays, these kids just be like, oh, my parents gonna get it. My parents got the money, like, it's no shame. Like, that's what I feel. Like, they entitled.
I feel like them playing video games too, though, got something to do with it. The video games, like, they think they could just die, come back or something.
And they don't have a sense of, like, their own identity. Like, our age group, we knew who we were and who we wanted to be. Nobody wanted to be like each other. We all wanted to be different. Like, nobody wanted to be like the next person. Like, kids today, they don't have a sense of self. Like,
it's bad.
everybody want to follow the same trend. Everybody want to look alike. Everybody want to act alike. Like,
and I ain't gonna hold you. Like, my nieces and them, they got more titties and ass than me. Like, what in the world they put in the food? What in the world?
Cause I be saying that too. Like, I still got the body of a teenager at almost 30. Girl.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 6 more topics. You want to do like 3 more or 2 more?
Yeah, we could do like 2 more. I can't see them right now.
Okay, it says define what it looks like for a man to lead. What qualities should he possess?
He should be paying the bills.
Huh?
Stop paying the bills.
Okay, so provider, yeah, same.
I wanted to ask her from the sense of, like, being married.
Okay.
Versus, like, being single. Do you feel like it's what you think is different, or?
I don't feel like it's so different.
Okay.
We've been together for 8 years. I don't feel like it's no different.
Okay.
And to be honest, I never signed the paperwork, and the only reason why I don't want to sign the paperwork is because he got back child support, girl. So.
Yeah.
But on we is like common law version, whatever you want to call it. But I just feel like it was no different. As soon as I got with him, he was never a family guy with the females that he was with for me. As soon as we got together, it's like he faked it till he made it. He did not know because his father wasn't in his life.
Okay.
He never seen a two-parent household. He really didn't know how to carry it. And that's why we had made so many mistakes along the way. However, he did a really good job pretending.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew what he was doing. Like, still to this day, he convinced the hell out. He can sell water to a well. Like, he could convince you that he knows what he's doing. And sometimes I gotta remind him, like, hold on now. We got our license at the same time. Like, you do not know how to drive better than me. You know what I mean? But he swear because he went to driving school and all this and that. But one thing I can say, if the man leaving in the house, you need to know how to cook on a grill. If you don't know how to cook on a grill, we got problems. Because I like real food.
I do too.
I don't know how to cook on the grill.
My father cooked on the grill. My uncle cooked on the grill. If you don't know how to work a grill, we probably not going to get far. Because I'm hungry.
For me, definitely emotional intelligence. I would say somebody who got like a vision and they have goals. Somebody who has discipline. Somebody who has humility.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, when they wrong, they don't, they admit to when they wrong. I already said emotional intelligence.
I don't know too many guys with humility. So,
and when I say that too, I'm saying somebody who's open to like feedback. You're open to hearing what I have to say and just understanding and receiving what I'm
Right.
saying.
How many men do you know that's open to? Now, mine is, so after we put in a couple of years, he did get open to it. But how many men do you know that are open to feedback? I really don't know that name, including my own father. I don't think my father at 60 years old was open to any woman's feedback.
I
I think it's a black male thing. Like, it's
yeah,
sad.
I don't know too many, but I do know maybe like one. I do know maybe one.
I don't know why.
Yeah, not too many, because a lot of men are argumentative. That's something I can't
Yeah.
do with either.
Yeah.
Somebody, if you like to go back and forth, I can't. I ain't going. You're not the man for me.
Oh,
Because
that
I
just
feel like
shows
men. I feel like men don't do stuff like that. That's female stuff. Keep wanting to
Yeah.
go back and forth, back and forth. Like, hear what I'm saying and receive it and respond in a way that's not argumentative.
I
Yeah.
told
I was
like
on
men
that.
to just shut it down. They instead of like my father, he wouldn't go back and forth. He'll just straight ignore the hell out you and just
That's what a man do
yeah.
too.
So wait, you said that you and your husband have gotten to a place of him understanding, like I mean, being able
Yeah.
to.
It took a lot of
How did y'all
screaming.
get there? Like,
It
what
took
did
a
it
lot of
take?
screaming, girl. It took a
Not
lot of
A
screaming.
lot of what?
a lot of screaming.
Screaming. That I had to be. That's where the fighting came in because I would be right.
Mm-hmm.
I would be morally correct, ethically correct. However, him not wanting to. That's why I said emotional intelligence is one thing, but accountability, humility, that's a whole nother thing. I really don't know too many guys that took
Yeah.
accountability. Say for instance, and got to the point where now that he's in jail. Okay, I told him don't go outside that day. I told him take the plea deal. Like so many different things that I gave him for warning on, where though it was like discernment involved or whatever. But we have gotten so far in our relationship. I didn't scream this. I didn't do this because it's gonna once it come back and bite you in the ass. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even like saying I told you
Right.
so. But that's why I said the accountability always will come after the fact. If you tell a guy something and he doesn't listen and then it comes into fruition, then that's when the humility comes. Because if they're on the short end of the stick. However, if they was right, you're gonna see the most prideful. You know what I mean? Black men in general, they just don't feel like their woman hold a place as seat at the table. And it was like this other nigga trying to talk to me or whatever. This was a couple years ago when we were cheating on each other. I said, you crazy as hell if you think that I'm gonna leave this guy. One being because I've already earned a seat at his table. What I say, he has to listen to. Do you know how hard it would be to start over with another man and him listen to what I gotta say? I'm gonna be screaming for another 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not about like the cheating or whatever. It's about me having a voice now, and that voice is so valuable. I don't have the patience and the mental capacity to.
Oh,
And the mental capacity to start over with somebody and earn a voice anymore. Like I just don't.
Okay. Hmm.
mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, that being said, definitely somebody that's disciplined too. And when I say that, they make wise choices and they
Yeah.
consistent with what they do. Getting up every day, chasing their goals. If they make goals, getting up every day, going to work or doing whatever they do. I mean, you're consistent. Um, yeah, and I would like somebody that's wise as well. I mean, I feel like everybody have different walks of life, but I feel like somebody my age, a man my age, it's not really much that you could tell me and I'm gonna actually listen to. Being honest, being really honest with you, I'm not really gonna listen to nobody in their 20s. I feel like you ain't lived long enough. I mean, I'm gonna respect what you gotta say. I ain't saying I'm gonna listen to it though.
Yeah.
I might not take it into consideration. I mean, but yeah.
I think that's just in general. Like, say for instance, somebody telling you,
You need to watch what you want. Like, just anything. And black people be like, well, who you telling that? You don't do such and such. I think that's just something that we see across the board. Where we don't want nobody telling us what to do and how to do it, especially if they not doing it themselves.
Yeah.
That's one for me. Like, I feel like you have to, whatever you require of me, you have to be willing to give the same thing. Like, my bad. I want a man that's I would want him to be disciplined, but also respectful. Like, I feel like once you're a respectable person and you understand the aspect of being respectful and being responsible, then everything else will fall in place. Like, so yeah, that's pretty much what it is for me. Like, respectful, discipline, like, I feel like all that go hand in hand. Like, once you have the two main ones, the rest falls in place. Like, you can't, how you gonna go from there? Have all this discipline, but you don't got enough discipline to not disrespect somebody. Like, you don't have enough discipline to argue with somebody.
Yo, this. All right, sidebar. I had one on a date with this guy last week. He was cool. He said okay. He's an African, but okay. We supposed to be going out tomorrow or whatever. But it's like ever since we had the first date, he been like, oh, even on the first date, he was like, you know, you want to come over or whatever. Like, basically, he didn't want the night to end. I'm like, I just met you. I don't do stuff like that. Come over to somebody's house. All right, we supposed to have a date Friday. He keeps asking me, okay, after the date, do you want to come over so we could just spend more time so we could, you know? And I'm just like, no. I don't know.
You're starting to scare me.
Yeah.
After too many times that you asking,
like, you starting to scare me. Like, why are you so pressed for me to come over? He like,
I might not even see you.
I'm not that type of person.
He just was trying to break it.
Girl. And it's like he really starting to scare me though, because then yesterday he texted and said, I really like you a lot, and I can even say I love you. Mind you, we only went on one date. I would love to spend one-on-one time with you, getting to know each other and enjoy each other's company.
One-on-one time is, in other words,
well, it's
I like to be in that stomach.
It's giving human trafficking though. Then he said, you remind me of this girl that I used to date. He said she was Indian and I really liked her. He said, we hung out at each other's places, we cooked together, and we used to go to New York for a night or two. And I would love to do that with you. Oh, you try to traffic me. Something ain't right.
He looking for her and you.
And that's what I thought too, and that's scary too. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I would have said, what happened with them two? Because I'm curious. Now I'm invested.
What he said? He said that he told me. Hold on.
I'll tell you the whole story anyway.
No, he said we became very close for a year or two, but she was a student at Hopkins and she went to become a doctor.
Okay.
And then he texted me earlier today and he said, you know, mind you, we're supposed to have a date tomorrow. He said, you know what? Let's meet a night when you have more time to spend with me. Not just dinner, but each of us being able to spend more time when we leave dinner. Let me know when you have more time to spend together.
He talking for that shit with the words. Just keep it 100. If you get further, keep it 100. Just say, look, I'm trying to take you out and treat you nice, but I'm trying to get some. And I'm not trying to do all that without getting none. Just keep it 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what's wrong? Just keep it 100. You want some.
Yeah, definitely want some.
I don't know. I feel like I got a trick up my sleeve.
What? What's the trick?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna tell him, yeah, because now I'm pissed that you keep pressing the issue, and I'm pissed that you wasting my time as well. Because I told him that I gotta work tomorrow, which is a lie. But I told him I'm gonna try to get off so I can hang out with you. So I told him I was able to get off, and he texted me that shit.
Right.
So and he texted me that shit talking about, oh, we could just spend time another time. So you wasting my time. So now I'm gonna waste your time, and I'm gonna get my dinner, and then we gonna go out, and you gonna think that we going home, and my Uber gonna be out there. Never gonna see you again. Fuck you. Is you crazy?
Now you blocked.
Is you crazy?
Can't get out with me at all.
Are you crazy? He want to say, let's hang out a time when you can hang out for some more time. Like, what?
I want to say, oh no, how about a day? Who said night? I'm not always available at night.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Girl.
Yeah, no, he not one of them ones. You gotta go somewhere where you know it's gonna be people around.
Oh, we was going to the bygone.
Oh yeah.
Shit, but no, yeah, no, yeah, it'll be fine. He can't put me in no room at the bygone. He definitely one of the people you gotta keep an eye on. Though I got my, I don't know. I might not even go still.
Look, y'all, I supposed to have this agreement with this older guy, whatever, and he basically knew what it was. He was married or whatever, and he knew what type of situation I was in. We had an agreement. Now he wanted to come see me or whatever, and
what's the agreement?
Girl, my kids say, you know what the agreement is?
Obvious.
Yeah, like what?
You gonna say something about kids right here, but you know I already said he murdered. Like this can't comprehend. They gonna get to talking to the iPad, Murray.
Oh no, she know.
Cheating. All that.
Agreement.
Yeah, I was gonna cut his hair. He was gonna fix the furnace.
Come on in.
My furnace wasn't working.
How old is this young man?
I would say I even is.
He look old though. Huh? Oh, he ain't old.
No, not that old, but not girl shit.
Yeah. I'm about to say, but wait, if that's your
maybe late 40s. Well, I never asked. I don't know. I see y'all boys. I wouldn't know if he was real or not. You know what I mean?
Anyway, finish what you were saying. So
yeah, we had the green or whatever. So I'm like, we watching TV one day or whatever, and so I'm portraying it. Mind you, I ain't even had no job at this point, but I'm making it seem like I had took off. So, cause you can't work from home if you right here, cause I gotta give you my attention or whatever, right? So he like, all right, I want to see you again, such and such. But ain't give up no bridge. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, hold on. So you saved me one time, and I already took over. And you ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? You ain't look out. And then you want to kick it another time. When's the money? When is the, you say you trigger, when that supposed to start? Then you try to make it seem like, you know, I'm rushing you. Yeah, I'm rushing you. Cause I need that. Like, what you mean? And I feel like niggas like that, especially when they older, like they try for next year. But I'm definitely not. No, you can't finesse me, babe. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
yeah, he playing.
Yeah, you ever tried to be finesse? And my thing is, hold on, I come from my baby father. My husband is the biggest trick I ever met. So if for me to settle and I gotta wait weeks and days, you say you a boss and all this and that. A couple $1,000 ain't nothing to a real boss, because when I met my baby father, that was off top. And for real, if I was a mess with anything less than that, do you know how much of a disgrace that would be to him? I'm disrespecting my husband at this point if you ain't coming correct.
And especially a little bit of gas money. That's crazy. You ain't sent nothing. You ain't sent nothing yet. Not even no lunch money. Nothing.
Did I get so nope. I don't know anything like that. And this nigga, nope, nothing. To a boss though.
He keep texting you.
Girl, yes. I'm like, what you doing? Now I done blocked him several times. He done called me. Star 67, all times of the night. I don't know how the nigga married.
Why is he doing all that though? Did you
I ain't never did nothing.
Did
I
you
ain't
give
even
him
kiss
some
him.
Girl Scout cookies?
No, I ain't never even kissed him. No, nothing. I ain't never did nothing.
Oh.
But I said,
God.
Chase though, you know how when a nigga try and get it, it be like they cheaper price, but as soon as they get it, then all the shit. That's why I know what it is. You thought I was green. I'm gonna sprinkle you for all you got before you get it because ain't no telling how you gonna act after the fact.
Yeah, he definitely think you green.
Yeah, I'm not like it, but he already know if I'm wrong, bitch. Don't play with me. Fuck.
He definitely think you green. But next time you say, all right, sis, this you guys see him one more time in person. Rub on his leg a little bit. Get him worked up a little bit.
Hey, and then look, he got all this to say on the text message. On the text message, this is freaky geeky. Oh no.
Oh no, I don't like that. You ain't never said
Look,
nothing.
he be like, look.
He'd be like, what? What?
Like what?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, he playing. Uh-uh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, when is freaking? So one time I had said something. Now I tried to get a reaction, and this is what I fucked up at. I said, you know what? I don't think you can afford me. And so let him tell it, cause my I call her my fake mother, whatever. That's like his sister. He talked to her. He said they had rubbed him the wrong way. I don't care. The bills is due.
Yeah, and that's very straightforward. If that rubbed him the wrong way, he's playing games for sure.
He like, nah, I'm my boss. I don't think. He said, I think you like
He keeps saying he a boss.
No, he ain't say that.
Oh, I'm
But
about to say that's a red flag too.
no, but from what I heard, my aunt, she would have never put me in D with somebody if they was. I mean, there's a reason why she put me in D with a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? It was supposed to be a mutual. It was supposed to work for the both of us. Like she's, it was supposed to go both ways. However, you're not holding up your end of the bargain. Either that or you think I'm cheap. And if you're looking for somebody that's cheap, go ahead about your business. And I told him that early on. Like, go ahead. I'm not that girl. I work. I work for the shit that I got and the shit that I want. But if you want to come into my world, and I said, just don't forget, you came looking for me. He going around asking people about me because he seen me at a mutual place before. You asking around about me. I mean, like you looking for me. Why you want to come into my world and then don't come correct me? I don't understand that.
Right.
And I'm not even trying to be a rude person. I really like being a soft girl. I like playing that role and all that. However, you bringing the nigga about me. Bitch, you getting on my motherfucking nerves.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but look, if he bring the nigga about you, that means it's time to get on and go to the next though. Cause that's
Yeah.
when cause that's when your tricks ain't working. Now he working you up. No. It ain't supposed to be that hard.
I'm like, what you just want somebody to text? Like,
Yeah,
don't worry. I thought
but that's what it be for a lot of these men though. Even sometimes when I be like doing the online dating thing, somebody will really think they about to chat with me all day. Like if you just meet somebody online, first of all, you want to know if they even a real person. Hey, like I would like to take you out. Like, and the crazy part is on my profile, I got the best way to ask me out is saving the small talk for dinner. So for you to read my profile and then to sit and think you about to chat with me for two
yeah,
days, and you still ain't asked me, hey, when are you free?
it's crazy.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, these niggas is a trip and a half. And it's this one little page up here. It be like, are we dating the same guy? And then it's like a little Pittsburgh page or whatever. They be posting all types of niggas in there, girl. People really be on the online chat. They be on the online chat.
Oh yeah, yo. Guess what? Guess what?
Like,
Ooh, my ex is in prison again.
which one? The big one?
Yes.
Real.
Damn, what the hell for what?
He keep doing the same dumb shit. Keep on getting on the highway with drugs.
Oh,
Stupid.
man.
Stupid.
What he
How many
smoking?
times you go? How many times you gonna do that?
What he getting pulled over for though?
Whoa, this time he had a whole bunch of weed in his car.
How you know?
Because one day I was sitting at work No, it wasn't my grandmother. One day I was sitting there working. He came across my mind. I don't know why, but he came across my mind. Girl, I typed his name in Google. I don't know why. Girl, it said a week prior. That's when he got arrested. I
That
said,
was
oh, that's.
God. It ain't no, I
I
don't know
said
why.
that's
That was God tapping on
crazy.
that damn
Literally,
shoulder.
I was sitting there working. He popped in my head. I just said, let me type. Then I typed him in Facebook. Girl, I said, oh, somebody want him in jail. Somebody typed a long essay like they was a news reporter. He strikes again. the highway. I said, I said, somebody want him to go down bad.
Now he strikes again, though. It's crazy.
Yeah, he strikes again because, like I said, it's not his first time being caught with stuff in the car.
Give me this.
And he was the passenger this time, but
Oh,
ended up
he
saying,
got the passenger.
yeah, he was the passenger. But from reading the article, it said that he said that the stuff was his. So,
What? Oh, it must have been a girl driving.
girl, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I said, I'm happy I don't got no baby by the
It either
devil.
was a girl or it was one of the young
Over
niggas.
there.
And he like, I don't want,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah. Probably his baby mother or somebody. I don't know.
This was a good chat. We gotta get you on the show.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
did.
Yo,
We
I
gotta
know
get
that's
you on the
good.
show, sis. We gotta schedule
I know.
something.
Get you
We
on the
did.
blue couch.
Look, when
We
I
gonna
was
get
at the
out. We
kids,
gonna get our peoples and reach out to talk to your peoples, and we gotta set something up.
Set it
this my
up.
manager right here. This my manager right here. Y'all can talk to her.
Hey,
Get it set up.
Rihanna.
Y'all can talk to her. Look at my little son. Like, yo, this boy bad. And I don't even like calling the kids bad, yo, but I really got a fucking bad child, yo. Look at this dang old baby.
Sophie,
What's up?
hey.
He came already.
Yo, funny
Hi.
thing, he's the man of the house. He can take out the trash and all that. Next, I'm gonna get him a job so he can pay these bills like his father. Come on, come on, come
When
on.
when your husband getting out?
Oh, wow, it's gonna be a long time. I cannot believe this, y'all.
It's gonna be a long time.
Really gonna be the coldest winter ever. Got me out here talking to niggas and I went over the thing.
When is his predicted release date though?
Oh, yo, now that's all. All right, so so he got. Well, he probably got like 3.
Like 3.
Yeah,
Oh my
he
goodness.
probably got
Girl,
like
by
3.
the
I know.
time, girl, but how you moving? By the time he get out, you gonna have you a new man.
On the baby.
That's what it sounds like, another baby. But all right, y'all, cause my phone about to die.
I
Good
see y'all. Good
night.
night.